When residents of Hyannis, Massachusetts, first witnessed a young man walking six German Shepherds through their streets without a single leash, they couldn't believe their eyes. What they saw defied everything they thought they knew about dog training. But the truth behind this extraordinary sight would prove even more remarkable than anyone imagined. Picture this: a quiet morning in downtown Hyannis, when suddenly pedestrians stop mid-stride. There, moving like a perfectly choreographed unit, six powerful German Shepherds glide down the sidewalk in tight formation. At their center walks Austo de Oliveira, a soft-spoken man in his early 20s, guiding his pack with nothing more than subtle gestures and quiet commands. No leashes, no collars, no visible restraints of any kind. The dogs move as one organism, their attention laser-focused on their leader. They don't react to barking dogs behind fences, ignore distractions from passing cars, and show zero interest in other pedestrians. It's as if they're connected by invisible threads, responding to signals only they can perceive. When curious onlookers approach for a closer look, Asto simply raises his hand. Instantly, all six dogs freeze in perfect formation. A gentle whistle and they resume their synchronized movement, each animal flowing back to its exact position, like water finding its level. As word spread through the small Massachusetts town, fascination quickly turned to suspicion. How could one person control six large, powerful dogs so completely? Neighbors began to whisper. Some wondered if Austo was using hidden shock collars or cruel training methods to achieve such unnatural obedience. The mystery deepened when people realized how isolated Austo seemed. He rarely spoke to neighbors, had no visible friends, and spent virtually all his time with his dogs. Evening after evening, curious residents would peer through his apartment windows, hoping to catch a glimpse of his training methods. Margaret Henderson, a longtime animal rescue volunteer, became convinced something sinister was happening. She started a petition demanding an official investigation, certain that such perfect obedience could only come from abuse. Other neighbors joined her cause, some even searching through Austo's garbage for evidence of mistreatment. The pressure mounted. Anonymous tips flooded the local animal control office. How else could someone achieve such results without force or fear? The authorities had no choice but to investigate. When police and animal welfare experts arrived at Austo's apartment, they braced themselves for the worst. Instead, they discovered something completely unexpected. The six German Shepherds, Griffin, Harmony, Jenna, Priscilla, Hannah, and Savannah, weren't living like typical pets. They were living like family. There were no cages, no kennels, no confinement areas. The dogs slept wherever they chose, on Austo's bed, sprawled across the living room carpet, or curled up together on the couch. Their food bowls were filled with premium nutrition. Their coats gleamed with health. Most importantly, their behavior around Austo spoke volumes about their relationship. These weren't fearful, cowering animals. They approached him with joy, their tails wagging, eyes bright with affection. When he spoke, they listened not out of terror, but out of genuine respect and love. Animal behavior specialists spent days observing the household. Their conclusion was unanimous. These dogs were living better than most pets could ever dream. The truth about Austo's abilities lay not in harsh training methods, but in his extraordinary background and approach. Growing up on a rural farm in Brazil, he'd been surrounded by German Shepherds from childhood. While other kids played video games, young Austo spent hours observing pack behavior, learning to read canine body language, and developing an intuitive understanding of how dogs communicate. German Shepherds are naturally pack animals with strong hierarchical instincts. They crave leadership and structure. What Austo had done was position himself not as a dominating owner, but as a trusted pack leader who earned their respect through consistency, care, and clear communication. His training philosophy was simple. Dogs that feel secure, loved, and understood will naturally want to please their leader. Every morning, he fed each dog individually, maintaining eye contact and reinforcing their bond. Every evening they exercised together as a group, building unity and trust. Every night they shared the same living space, strengthening their pack connection. The invisible leashes people marveled at were actually invisible bonds of loyalty and respect that had been carefully cultivated over months and years. Initially hurt by his neighbor's accusations, Osto eventually found a silver lining in the controversy. The investigation had proven his methods were not only humane, but extraordinarily effective. Word of his abilities spread beyond Hyannis, and soon dog owners from across New England were seeking his help. In 2013, Osto opened Griffin Shepherd Kennels, named after his lead dog. His training philosophy attracted clients whose pets had been deemed untrainable by others. Aggressive dogs became gentle companions. Anxious animals found confidence. Chaotic puppies learned self-control. But Osto's most impressive demonstrations continued to happen on the streets. He began taking larger groups, sometimes up to 15 dogs, through increasingly challenging environments: busy Boston sidewalks, crowded farmers markets, even outdoor concerts. No matter the chaos around them, his pack remained focused and disciplined. When a passerby filmed Osto walking his 6 German Shepherds through downtown Boston and posted it online, the video exploded across social media platforms. Millions of viewers watched in amazement as the unleashed pack navigated busy intersections, crowded sidewalks, and urban obstacles with military precision. Comments poured in from around the world. Professional dog trainers requested to study his methods, animal behaviorists praised his approach, pet owners begged for his secrets. Osto's story teaches us something profound about the relationship between humans and animals. True obedience doesn't come from dominance or fear. It comes from trust, respect, and understanding. His German Shepherds follow him not because they have to, but because they want to. In a world where quick fixes and forceful methods often seem appealing, Osto proved that patience, consistency, and genuine care create bonds that no leash could ever replicate. His pack doesn't just walk together, they move as one because they've chosen to be one. Today, Osto continues training dogs and educating owners about the power of positive leadership. His waiting list stretches months ahead, filled with people hoping to achieve even a fraction of the connection he shares with his remarkable pack. The next time you see a dog walker struggling with tangled leashes and disobedient pets, remember Osto de Oliveira and his 6 German Shepherds. Sometimes, the strongest bonds are the ones you can't see. What do you think about Osto's incredible training methods? Have you ever witnessed such a strong bond between a person and their pets? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories like this one.